Hello everyone, I'm Joshua.
And I'm Abe.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Jay.
And I'm Josh too.
Hello everyone, Joshua Myers here. Today I'm going to be doing my movie collection update for January. Now I actually did got a lot of movies here this past month, actually. So this is probably going to be a long video, but I'm going to start with the ones I have the least of, and that's Blu-rays. I have mainly DVDs here, so the first one I got, I actually bought this at one of my local Redboxes, because you could buy movies from there now. It's a newer movie, and that's Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Which I have not seen this, by the way, but I have heard good things. In fact, I've never seen a Quentin Tarantino movie. Guilty as charged right here. Yeah, I still need to start getting to watch a lot of these movies, and reviewing them on this channel. Now, I did hear this is one of the more laid-back Quentin Tarantino films. In fact, it's probably the most laid-back of them. So, I'm kind of curious about it, Okay, the next one I got here, I'm not sure if I showed during my complete 2019 movie collection update videos, or during my, I don't know when, but just in case if I did show it in my previous videos, I apologize if this is a repeat. But I just wanted to make sure that, to cover this just in case if I didn't. And I got the new Hellboy on Blu-ray. So yeah, I had not heard good things about this, but I saw it at the pawn shop. I got it for a trade-in. I was like, you know what? Technically for free, why the hell not? Okay, the next one I got this today for a trade-in, and that's, I heard not good things about this either, and to be honest, I've never really been that big of a fan of this particular series. I never really seen any of the movies, cartoon shows, and that's the Michael Bay directed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, I've never been personally a big fan of the Ninja Turtles, and haven't seen any of the movies. The most I've seen of it was I have seen bits and pieces of some of the shows, especially the one that ran on Nickelodeon, the CGI show. I saw that. In fact, that's probably the most I've seen of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, I was like, for trade-in, why the hell not, on Blu-ray. So, yeah. Plus, I thought it would be probably some good review material for me, so might be fun. I thought it might be a fun one to rip apart. Okay, the next one I got here, again, this might be a repeat. Again, I do apologize if it is. But, I mean, I have so much movies, and I get so much movies, I kind of forget which ones I've shown, which ones I haven't, so I do apologize on that. But, the next one I got here, which I've never seen before, is Law Abiding Citizen on Blu-ray. I have not seen this movie. I don't know what's it about. The most I know here is I could tell it stars Jamie Foxx. And that's it. That's all I really know about it. So when I watch this, I'll be going in completely blind on this one. So. Okay, the next one I got up here, again, this might be a repeat, and I do apologize. In fact, the next two might be repeats. The next two might be repeats, so I do greatly apologize. So, the next one I got up here, which I did start to watch in the theater, but had to leave because of my back and everything. But from what I saw of it, it was really good, and that's Logan. Now, this was technically the first X-Men movie I started to watch, so I saw it at the pawn shop. I was like, I never got a chance to finish watching this movie, so I was like, I'll get it, rewatch it all the way through and do a review of it. So, but from what I saw of it, I really did enjoy it. Okay, the next one I got here is one I haven't seen before. It's an animated superhero movie, and that's Marvel's The Invincible Iron Man. I do know this came out before. I did know this came out before the Robert Downey Jr. movie, the first MCU Iron Man film. Honestly, I don't know that much about Iron Man aside from the MCU films and that. So it'd be kind of interesting to see other depictions of Iron Man. The only other depiction I've seen of him was in Spider-Man, the animated series, when he did appear. The one from the 90s, and also, the show series Iron Man Armored Adventures. That's it. So yeah, The Invincible Iron Man. And that's it for Blu-rays. Okay, the next one I got here. Now here's the thing. I did got the first movie, but then I saw there was a double feature of these two, of the first and second movie. So the first, the single disc DVD, I'm going to trade in at the pawn shop to get something else soon. So, but yeah, this is a double feature of Hostel and Hostel Part 2. Have not seen these movies. Don't know if I would like them or not. But I was like, hey, why not? Okay, the next one I got here is another double feature. And that's of Ice Age and Ice Age The Meltdown. Now, I remember liking these as a kid. I have not seen them since then. So maybe I'll have a different opinion on them as an adult. But, got this for free, so why not? Okay, the next one I got here is Drive Angry with Nicolas Cage. I have not seen this movie. Honestly, I'll just tell you which ones I've seen, okay? So I could stop saying that every time I pop up one of these movies. So, but yeah, probably going to do a review of this at some point. Like, all these movies I'm going to probably do reviews on, so. Next up I got today is Dr. Seuss's Horton Hears a Who. Yeah, I figured because I reviewed the two Grinch movies, and also I figured that, I'm also in the middle of reviewing the Mike Myers Cat in Hat movie. I figured why not get this too to review. So, yeah. Okay, the next one I got here is another Godzilla movie, and that's Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. This is one of the original Japanese movies. And I remember seeing one of the first ones I've seen, which I think was Terror of Mechagodzilla. That was the first one I've seen of these movies. So, yeah, so I saw this and I thought, why the hell not? Again. Next one I got up here is Casper. Now, honestly, I haven't seen this. I heard not good things about it. I've heard some people like it, but I guess I'll judge for myself and review it. Okay, so the next one I got here is a John Carpenter movie, which I have not seen, and that's Big Trouble in Little China. I have no idea what this is about. The most I know is that it stars Kurt Russell, and it's directed by John Carpenter. That's the most I know about it. So, yeah, I'll be going into this completely blind, so. The next two I got up here, again, I don't know if these are repeats, so yeah. And that's, I got a triple feature here, and that's the first three Alvin and the Chipmunks live action movies. I know these aren't really that good of movies, but honestly, I watched the first one and second one. I did like the first one as a kid, but yeah, I figured these would be probably fun movies to rip apart, so. And along with that, I got the fourth and final one, Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Road Chip. So. The next one I got is another triple feature. I got this at the pawn shop, and that's a is Stephen King's triple feature of The Stand, The Langoliers, and Golden Years. Now here's the thing. I have seen The Langoliers. I did a review of it. You can check it out on my channel, either in my movie reviews playlist or my Stephen King reviews playlist. And I consider The Langoliers a guilty pleasure movie. So bad, it's really damn fun movie. Really funny too, actually. Unintentionally funny maybe, but funny nonetheless. Funny none the least. I have not seen The Stand nor Golden Years. I don't know what those two are about, so... Okay, the next one I got up here is Surf's Up. Now, I actually did, I seen this when I was a kid, when it came out. I honestly did like Surf's Up. I did as a kid. Now, whether or not if I like it now as an adult would be up for debate. You know, I just gotta watch it for a review, so, yeah. See if I still like it now as a kid, as an adult as I did when I was a kid. So. Okay, the next one I got up here is Silent Hill. I know Scream Factory came out with a collector's edition of this. I have not seen this movie. I don't know what it's about. I do know it's a horror film. I don't know who's directed it. Let me look and see. Is it directed by... somebody I have no idea how to pronounce their name or can't even see because of the freaking coloration on the back. It's like, yeah. So yeah, I have no idea what this is about, so I heard good things about it, so I was like, I picked it up. So, the next one I got this today. It was a buy basically, because I was looking for it at home and I was like, where is it, you know, and couldn't find it. Then I remembered, oh yeah, I traded it in at the pawn shop, so I decided to get it back so I could start watching these movies, and that's The Silence of the Lambs. So if you've seen my last video where I showed I got this last time, you know I have not seen any of these movies, so. Okay, so the next one I got here, got this at the pawn shop for honestly not bad of a price. If I were to have got this at Walmart, it would have been, you know, 20 bucks, $15, something like that. Because it's still relatively new film, came out last year, well, came out 2 years ago, 2018, and that's The Meg. Have not seen this one. I've heard kind of mixed things about it. Some people love it, some people hate it. I don't know. So, okay, the next one I got here is one I have, I don't think I've seen, but I've heard some people liked it, some people didn't. Again, it's a mixed movie. It's directed by the same person who did the first Harry Potter film, Christopher Columbus, and that's Percy Jackson. Well, and that's Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Lightning Thief. So, yeah, I was like, why the hell not? The next one I got up here is The Grudge 2. I've not seen the Grudge movies, so I was like, because I got the original Japanese one, Ju-on. I got the first Grudge, Americanized Grudge movie. So I saw this, I was like, might as well get it. Okay, the next one I got this today, and I have not seen this one. So I got this today. So, Wes Craven movie. I think probably one of the last Wes Craven movies he directed. And that's My Soul to Take. Speaking of Wes Craven, I actually got one of his earlier movies, one I have not seen yet, and that's the original The Hills Have Eyes. I also got the remake, which I haven't seen, so it's good that I have now the original and a remake, so that I have something to compare both with. Okay, so the next two I got up here is Madagascar. Honestly, I loved this movie as a kid. Uh, I still think I would like it as an adult, but honestly, as a kid, I loved this movie. This looks like one of my most watched movies as a kid. So, yeah. Another one that I watched a lot. Another one I Another one I watched a lot, and honestly, I think it's better than the previous movie I showed you. Is Madagascar: Escape to Africa. Personally, from my memory, I like this better than the first one. So, yeah, Madagascar: Escape to Africa. The next one I got here, the only reason I got this set is because I have the first these free films on separate DVDs, and I wanted to get a set of these films just to kind of help compress, to basically free up space on my DVD shelf. My DVD shelf at this point was almost completely entirely full, so I'm going to be trading in the single DVD discs, and that's for the Bourne Trilogy set. It includes the Bourne Identity, the Bourne Supremacy, and the Bourne Ultimatum. Now, I had each of these films on separate DVDs. Again, I got this so I could save up space on my DVD shelf, so I'm going to be trading in the single DVDs of each of these films at the pawn shop to get more movies, so. Okay, the next one I got is one I have not... Okay, the next one I got here is Life of Pi. I have no idea what this film is about other than some guy on a boat with a freaking tiger. That's the most I know about it. So, yeah, Life of Pi. So the next one I got here is Hobbs and Shaw. Which I saw this at the pawn shop. I was like, hell yeah, I'm getting it. Because that would mean I would only need one more of these films, at least ones I have not seen yet. So, and that would get me closer to completing the rest of the films collection so I could review the rest of the franchise. And eventually do my ranking of said franchise. So yeah, Hobbs and Shaw. Got the pawn shop for not much. Okay, the second to last movie I got here from the pawn shop is The Woman in Black. Now, I did saw the first one, actually on DVD and that. The trailers intrigued me in that, especially since it was Daniel Radcliffe's first movie to be in after the Harry Potter franchise, and I've been a big Harry Potter fan. So, So I was really curious to see what Daniel Radcliffe would be able to do outside of the Harry Potter films, and especially since the fact that this is kind of a psychological suspense horror movie, at least that's how it was presented as, I was really intrigued by that. So I watched it, and I actually did like it, actually. I haven't seen it since then, so I may end up rewatching it, reviewing it, and since I have the second one now, I'll watch that for the first time and review it, so, yeah, expect to see a review of the two Women in Black movies, so. Okay, so now the last one here I got this today, and it actually kind of, completed my collection as far as, getting the rest of the films in this franchise, and that's Fast and Furious 6. This was the only one I was missing as far as the ones I have not seen. So now I get to watch all of the rest of them from Tokyo Drift to Hobbs and Shaw and review these movies. Okay, so that's it for my January. So that's it for my DVD. So that's it for my movie collection update for January of 2020. The first my DVD collection update for the year, at least as far as, current. update. And I wanted to save, this one for when it got closer to the end of the month, because I knew by then I would have had a lot more movies to show you guys, so. And expect for me to end up eventually reviewing all these movies at some point. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.